The lamp is on before the light comes through. A page half written, waiting just for you. No noise to answer, no clock to chase. The room holds still in its own small space. A cup of coffee, steam that curls and stays. I let the quiet carry me through the day. The ink runs slow across the empty line. Nothing to prove, no need to rush this time. The window's gray, the morning hasn't cleared, but something soft is settling in here. Maybe today doesn't need a reason. Maybe still is its own kind of season. I'm learning how to let the hours be. The page fills up without a single word. I didn't plan, I just let it occur. A steady hand across the wooden desk. Nothing loud, nothing left to test. The hours drift like dust caught in the light. Nothing wrong about a quiet fight. I'm not behind, I'm just where I should be. Just me and the page and the calm to see. There's a kind of peace in staying soft. Not every hour has to be brought up loud. I'm learning how enough can hold me now. The lamp still burns though the sun's come round. No rush to leave, no reason to be found. I fold the page and let the morning stay. Still here, still soft, still finding my own way. Nothing dramatic, nothing to explain. Just a quiet hour easing out the strain. The page is full, the coffee's turning cold, but I got exactly what I needed to hold. Still here, drifting soft and slow. This is enough. I didn't need to know. Soft through the paper blinds, falling slow across these open lines. There's a rhythm in the way the morning moves. Nothing forced, nothing left to prove. The desk is warm where the sunlight lands. I write it down with steady hands. The pages stack in a quiet line, every word arriving just in time. No rush to reach the bottom of the page, just letting the light hold back the day. Maybe enough was here all along, hidden in the light, hidden in the song. I don't need more than this to feel at ease. City hums somewhere far outside, but in this room the hours softly glide. I trace the lines the sunlight leaves behind, a quiet kind of focus, easy on my mind. Nothing here is asking me to run, just the paper and the rising sun. The guitar hums low beneath the beat. Everything I need is at my feet. There's enough of everything right here. Nothing missing, nothing to fear. The light will move, but I'll still be here.
Afternoon will come and take the light, but right now this moment feels just right. I fold the paper, close it soft and slow, keeping just enough of what I know. No grand ending, no dramatic turn, just a quiet hour I didn't need to earn. The desk still warm, the paper turning gold. This is the kind of morning I wanna hold. Soft light, paper, drifting through. This was enough. This always was enough. The page stays blank a little while. Nothing's wrong with taking time. I used to think I had to fill the space, every line, every word, every trace. But now I let the white just breathe. A little room is all I need. The rain outside makes soft small sounds, tapping gently, no rush around. I watch it fall against the pane. Nothing here I need to explain. Still doesn't mean I'm standing behind. Still is just another way to unwind. I'm learning how to let the moment stay. The kettle hums a quiet little song, steam rising slow, nothing feels wrong. I hold the cup and let it warm my hands. This is a kind of rest I understand. The page is patient, waiting on its own. No pressure here, I'm not alone. Just me and the rhythm of the rain, writing nothing, losing nothing to gain. Enough was never about how much I made. It's in the stillness, in the quiet trade, between the hurry and the peace I've stayed. The light shifts slow across the wooden floor. I'm not behind, I'm not keeping score. The page still holds a little empty light, still enough to make the morning right. No final word, no perfect closing line, just a quiet hour that felt like mine. The rain has stopped, the page is calm and clear. Still enough and drifting softly here. Still the page, still the light. Enough was here the whole time. is warm, the window's gray. I let my focus find its own way. There's a softness in the way I start. No sharp edges, just a steady heart. The notes I write don't need to be loud. I find my rhythm without a crowd. The flugel horn hums low and slow, a little warmth in the undertow. I move through morning like a quiet tide. Nothing to prove, nothing to hide. Maybe focus doesn't mean intense. It can be soft, it still makes sense. I'm learning how to hold my own pace. The hours pass without a fight. Everything's settling into its right. I don't need noise to know I'm here. Just the stillness, calm and clear. The light moves slow across the wall. I'm not waiting to hear a call. Just me and the hum of a quiet room. Nothing rushing, nothing to consume. Between the soft and the steady beat, I found a place that feels complete. Drifting through it, gentle on my feet. The afternoon will come in time, but right now the moment's mine. Still and soft, I let it stay. This is how I hold the day. No big finish, no dramatic close. Just the quiet hour I chose. Still here, soft here, drifting slow. This is all I need to know. Soft and still, drifting through. This was enough. This always was.
Between the drafts I find a little peace, a version of the day that lets me breathe. I crossed out lines I didn't need to keep. The page grows lighter, less to weep. Not every thought deserves to stay. I'm learning what to give away. The vibraphone rings soft and clear, marking time without the fear of getting it wrong or falling short. Just drafting slow, a quiet sword. Between the tries there's room to grow. Nothing here I need to know for sure. I'm finding still in the in-between. Gone cold beside my hand, but I still understand this isn't wasted, isn't lost. Just part of finding what it costs to sit with something incomplete and let the quiet be discreet. No final answer, no clean line, just enough to call it mine. Still revising soft and slow. This is a rhythm I've come to know. Between the drafts is where I grow.
but something in me feels approved. Not for finishing, just for the try. Enough to let the hours go by. No perfect page, no closing line, just a quiet kind of enough that's mine. Still here, between what was and what's to come. This is how the soft work gets done. Still between soft and slow. This was enough, I let it go. I moved from the desk to the window seat, carrying the morning in my feet. The notes I made are scattered on the floor, half thoughts I didn't need anymore. I gather them up and let them breathe. A little order out of what I keep. The guitar keeps a gentle, steady time. Nothing urgent, nothing out of line. I move through the room without a plan, just following wherever the light lands. Almost figured out what I'm chasing here. Close to something clear. Breathing through it, letting it appear. The pages drift a little from the desk. Nothing final, nothing left to test. I pick them up, I set them down again. This is just how the morning tends to spend. The light has moved a little toward the wall. I didn't notice hours at all. Just drifting soft between one thought and two. Nothing here, I have to push me through. Golden light along the edge of the page. Nothing here that needs to feel like a stage. Just breathing through another quiet age. The notes still scattered, but I understand. Some things don't need a steady hand. Just drift a little, let the moment stay. Almost enough to carry through the day. No final draft, no perfect plan today. Just morning notes drifting on their way. The guitar hums, the room stays soft and low. This is exactly how I like it to go. Drifting soft, almost there. Breathing through this quiet air. The lines are crossing where the papers meet. A little map of everything I keep. I draw a line between the things I've done and what is left before the day is won. Nothing rigid, nothing set in stone. just a rhythm that I've come to own. The flugelhorn hums low along the wall, marking time before the evening falls. I follow it without a need to rush, just steady breathing under all this hush. Almost through the middle of the day, golden light is finding its own way. Breathing slow, I let it lead the way. The desk is full of things I meant to finish. Half of them will fade, and that's not diminished. Some lines just don't need to reach the end. I'm learning how to let a line just bend. The hours move like water through my hands. Nothing held too tightly, nothing planned. I trace the edges of another page. Golden light is settling on the stage. Breathe it out, let the moment hold. Almost there but not quite told. This golden hour isn't meant to be controlled. Desk don't need to be redrawn. Some things are better simply left to dawn. I gather what I've made and set it down. Golden light is settling all around. No final line to close the afternoon, just a quiet drift beneath the hidden moon. The flugelhorn fades soft into the wall. This was enough. This was almost all. Golden lines breathing slow. Almost there. And that's enough to know. My hand moves slow across the open space. Nothing here I need to chase. The pen keeps time with the rhythm of the room. Nothing rushed, nothing built on assumed. I write it down the way it comes to me. No need to force it into symmetry. The Rhodes keeps low beneath my steady hand. Everything moving just as planned. Not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. Just drifting through what's asked of me. Almost golden, this middle of the day. Almost close to finding my own way. Drifting soft, I let the hours stay. The window shows the same gray sky as before, but something in the room feels less like a chore. I keep my hand steady on the page. Nothing here that feels like it's a stage. The hours pass in almost quiet lines. Everything settling into its own designs. I don't need speed to know I'm getting through. Just steady hands and something soft and true. Golden edges on the afternoon light. Almost there, but nothing feels too tight. Drifting through it, holding steady, holding still moves without a need to stop. Nothing here that's asking me to drop. I keep it steady, keep it soft and slow. Almost golden, this is all I know. No final answer, no dramatic turn, just steady hands and lessons I still learn. The roads fade low beneath the fading light, almost golden, holding steady, holding right. Steady hand, drifting slow, almost golden. This is all I need to know. Pages turn a little faster now. Golden light is showing me how. I move from one thought to the next in line. Nothing heavy, nothing left behind. The guitar keeps a soft and steady pace. I follow it without a need to race. The afternoon is settling into gold. Something in the quiet feels less bold. I turn the page and let the next one start. Nothing forced, just following my part. Breathing slow beneath the golden light. Drifting soft, but nothing feels too tight. Turning pages, holding on so light. The nylon strings ring soft against the air. A little warmth I didn't plan to share. I let it carry me from line to line. Nothing rushed, everything in time. The desk is quiet, but the pages move. Something in the rhythm feels approved. I breathe it out and let another start. Golden light is settling in my heart. Drifting golden through another hour. Nothing here that feels beyond my power. Breathing slow beneath the fading tower. Just slow as evening starts to come. But I'm not finished, I'm not quite done. I turn one more before I let it rest. Golden light still settling on my chest. No final page to close this afternoon. Just golden light beneath the rising moon. The guitar fades soft into the wall. Breathing slow, and that was almost all. Golden pages, drifting slow. Breathing out, this is all I need to know.
thought I've carried all day long. Not quite finished, not quite gone. I hold it soft between my open hands, not ready yet to understand. It drifts a little every time I try to put it into words to say goodbye. The roads keep slow beneath the afternoon. Nothing urgent, nothing coming soon. I let the thoughts sit quiet in the light, almost close to feeling right. Breathing slow around this held idea, almost close to what I want to hear. Drifting soft, I let it stay near. The hours move, but I don't move too fast. Some things need a little time to last. I turn the thought around another way, almost close to something I can say. The window shows the softness of the sky. I don't need to know the reason why. Just holding on to something incomplete, almost enough to feel like it's complete. Drifting through another quiet hour, almost close to finding its own power. Breathing slow beneath the fading tower. Thought is softer than it was before. I don't need to chase it anymore. Just let it drift the way it wants to go, almost close to everything I know. No final word to close this afternoon, just a held thought beneath the rising. Close to holding it my way. Almost close, breathing slow. This is all I needed to know.
Found the pocket, found the pace. Everything is falling into place. The work has found its own steady line. Nothing scattered, everything aligned. I'm holding here in the middle of it all. Nothing pulling me, nothing to stall. The vibraphone rings clear above the beat. Every motion feels complete. I'm not rushing, I'm not falling back, just holding steady right on track. Between the effort and the ease I found something golden, something sound. without a sound. The pages move without a wasted breath. Every hour feels like it's well spent. I'm in the middle of the day's own flow, holding steady, letting it show. The bass line carries everything I do. Nothing forced, nothing pushed through. I'm locked into a rhythm I can trust. Golden hour, holding on to us. Between the focus and the quiet drive, I found a place that keeps me alive. Holding gold and letting it arrive. Keeps moving at its steady pace. I'm holding firm in this golden space. Nothing here that needs to be undone. Just holding steady till the work is done. No final push, no dramatic rise. Just holding steady beneath golden skies. The vibraphone fades soft into the wall. Holding on to this, holding it all. Holding golden right between. This was steady. This was clean. The lines are clean, the desk is clear. Everything I need is right here. No stray marks, no crossed out thought. Just steady work, exactly what I sought. The guitar keeps a groove beneath the beat. I move through it clean and complete. Between the tasks I find a steady breath. Nothing here that feels like it's a test. I'm working golden through the afternoon. Everything in rhythm, everything in tune. Breathing steady between each line I draw. Golden light beneath the afternoon. Nothing here that I need to withdraw. The bass line holds the middle of the day. Nothing scattered, nothing gone astray. I keep the lines clean, keep the pace. Golden hour finding its own space. Between the focus and the steady groove, I found a rhythm I don't need to prove. The guitar hums low beneath the beat. Everything clean, everything complete. Golden between the work and the ease. Breathing steady, carried by the breeze. Nothing here that needs to be a tease. The lines stay clean into the afternoon. Nothing rushed, nothing out of tune. I keep it steady till the hour ends. Golden light around me, breathing in. No final flourish, no dramatic sound, just clean lines, steady, golden all around. The guitar fades soft into the air, breathing golden, steady, clear. Clean lines, golden breath, steady here, and nothing left. The page keeps going, line by line. I'm holding steady, keeping time. I didn't think I'd make it this far in, but here I am still holding still within the rhythm of the work, the steady breath. I'm holding through it, nothing left to test. The bass line carries every word I write. Nothing heavy, nothing out of sight. I'm between the tired and the driven part, holding steady, holding on to heart. Breathing through the middle of the page, between the effort and the steady stage. I'm holding on without a need for rage. The hours pass, but I don't feel the weight. Just holding steady, holding through the weight. The page keeps turning and I turn it too, between the old and everything that's new. I'm holding on to something steady here, between the focus and the passing year. The bass line keeps me right where I should be, breathing through it, holding steadily. Between the rush and everything that's calm, I'm holding steady with an open palm, breathing through it. Nothing feels like home. The page is long, but I don't mind the length. Holding steady, finding all my strength. Between the lines I've written and the rest, breathing through it, holding what is best. No final page, no closing final part, just holding steady, holding through my heart. The road stays low beneath the fading light, breathing between the dark and everything right. Holding steady, breathing between. This is the calmest work I've seen. The ink runs deep across the page. Golden light is settling on the stage. I'm holding steady in the deepest part, where the work becomes a kind of art. The vibraphone rings clear above the sound. Golden hour holding what I found. The bass line pulls me deeper into this. Nothing missing, nothing gonna miss. I'm breathing through the middle of the flow, holding golden, letting it show. Golden ink across an open line, holding steady, holding what is mine. Breathing through the deepest hour of time. The page runs deep beneath my steady hand. Everything here I understand. I'm holding golden through the afternoon, breathing steady, keeping in tune. The deeper that I go, the calmer that I feel. Nothing here that isn't fully real. I'm holding steady, breathing through the deep. Golden hour promises I keep. Breathing golden through the afternoon light, holding steady, everything feels right. Deep in the ink, deep in the quiet fight. The page runs along, but I don't lose the thread. Holding golden, nothing left unsaid. I'm breathing steady through the deepest part. Golden hour, holding to my heart. No final word to close this deepest hour. Just golden ink and holding to its power. The vibraphone fades soft into the wall. Breathing golden, holding through it all. Deep ink, golden breath, holding steady, nothing left. The hours move between the work and rest, right in the middle of what I do best. I'm holding steady between the tasks I chose. Nothing scattered, nothing that overflows. The rhythm of the work keeps carrying me through. Golden hour, holding on to you. The bassline settles into the afternoon. Nothing rushed, everything in tune. I'm between the tide and the steady part. Holding golden, holding to my heart. Between the hours I find a steady place. Golden light across an open space. Holding on without a need to race. The work keeps moving at its steady pace. I'm holding golden in this quiet space. Between the focus and the letting go, I'm holding steady, letting the rhythm show. The hours pass between the light and dark. Nothing missing, holding to my mark. Golden hour, settling on the wall. everything that's left. The working hours settle into gold, holding steady everything I hold. Between the pages and the fading light, holding golden, everything feels right. No final hour, no dramatic end, just holding steady, golden round the bend. The roads fades low beneath the afternoon, holding golden, right in tune. Between the hours, holding golden. This was steady, this was whole. The afternoon comes slower than before. I don't need to chase it anymore. I'm somewhere between the morning and the dusk, not quite finished, not quite in a rush. The guitar hums soft beneath my steady walk, nothing urgent left to think or talk. The draft I made is sitting on the desk, half of it feels like it's the best. I hold it loose, I let the rest just drift, between the effort and a little gift. Holding on to something in between, the calmest kind of afternoon I've seen. Drifting soft through everything unseen. The light is warm along the window pane, nothing here that I need to explain. I'm holding steady in this unhurried stride, letting the afternoon just glide. The draft will wait, it doesn't need to rush. Between the silence and the gentle hush, I hold the pen a little looser now, drifting through the afternoon somehow. Between the hold and everything that drifts, I'm learning how to work within the gifts. Holding soft through all the afternoon shifts. The hours stretch, but I don't feel the weight. Holding steady in no rush, in no state. Between the draft and everything I've done, drifting soft beneath the afternoon sun. No final line to close this afternoon, just holding steady, drifting to a tune. The guitar fades soft into the wall, holding between it all, holding through it all. Between and holding, drifting slow. This afternoon was all I need to know. There's a pause between the words I choose. Nothing wasted, nothing to lose. I hold the silence like it means something true. Not every gap needs filling through. The flugelhorn hums soft between each line. Golden afternoon taking its time. The sentence waits before it finds its way. Nothing rushed about the words I say. I'm holding steady in the space between. The calmest kind of afternoon I've seen. Golden light between the words I hold. Nothing here that needs to be controlled. Drifting soft through everything untold. The pause is where the meaning comes to rest. Between the effort and the quiet best, I'm holding on to something soft and slow. Golden hour, letting the moment show. The words will come whenever they arrive. I'm not rushing just to feel alive. Between the silence and the gentle sound, golden afternoon is settling down. Holding golden in the space I keep. Between the waking and the coming sleep. Drifting soft through everything I read. The sentence finishes without a fight. Golden hour holding everything right. Between the words I found a steady place. Drifting soft through the afternoon's embrace. No final word to close this afternoon. Just golden pauses, holding to a tune. The flugelhorn fades soft into the wall. Between the words, I held it all. Golden pause, drifting slow. This is all I needed to know. The margins hold a golden little space. Room enough to slow my pace. I write inside the lines but leave some room for thoughts that come and go too soon. The vibraphone rings soft along the edge. Golden afternoon on the window ledge. Between the words I leave a little light. Nothing here that needs to feel too tight. I'm holding steady in this in-between. The calmest kind of afternoon
through everything I reap. The page has room for everything unsaid. Golden light is settling on my head. I'm holding on to something soft and slow, letting the afternoon just softly go. Between the lines I wrote and what I feel, golden hour makes it all feel real. I hold the margin like a quiet friend, drifting soft until the afternoon's end. Holding golden in the space between, the softest kind of afternoon I've seen. Drifting through it, letting the light convene. The margins hold me steady through the day. Golden light is finding its own way. Between the effort and the quiet rest, I'm holding on to what feels like the best. No final line to close this afternoon, just golden margins holding to a tune. The vibraphone fades soft into the wall. Between the gold, I held it all. Golden margins holding slow. This is all I needed to know.
I'm going back to fix a line or two. Nothing urgent, nothing to rush through. The nylon strings hum soft beneath the beat, changing just a word to feel complete. I'm drifting through the middle of the draft. Nothing final, nothing set or fixed. Between the old idea and the new, I'm finding what feels honest, what feels true. The golden light comes soft across the floor, drifting through revision, nothing more. Golden hour helping me revise between the truth and everything that lies. Drifting soft beneath the afternoon skies. I cross a word and let another stay. Nothing here that needs to feel like play. Between the drafts I'm finding what remains. Golden afternoon easing out the strains. The nylon strings keep drifting through the air. Golden light is settling everywhere. I'm not rushing to a perfect end, just between the drafts, letting it bend. Drifting golden through another try. between the effort and the reason why. Holding soft beneath the afternoon sky. The revision slows, but I don't mind the pace. Golden hour finding its own space between the old and everything that's new. I'm drifting soft in everything I do. No final draft to close this afternoon. Just golden drifting, holding to a tune. The nylon strings fade soft into the wall between the drafts. I held it all. Golden drift between and slow. This is all I needed to know. The pen moves slow across the afternoon. Nothing chasing me, nothing too soon. I hold the pace the way I always should. Not fast, not slow, just where it feels good. The flugelhorn hums warm beneath the beat. I write it down, unhurried and complete. Between the thought and everything I write, there's a quiet kind of afternoon light. I'm holding on to something soft and slow, drifting through the hours as they go. Holding steady between the hold and drift. Nothing here that feels too much to lift. Golden afternoon, a quiet gift. The pen keeps time without a need to race between the effort and a gentle pace. I'm holding on to everything I've made, drifting soft beneath the afternoon shade. The hours pass and I don't feel the weight, holding steady in no rush, no state. Between the pen and everything I know, I'm drifting soft, letting the moment show. Between the hold and everything that drifts, I'm holding on to all the afternoon's gifts. Drifting soft beneath the golden rifts. The pen still moves without a need to stop. Holding steady, nothing here to drop. Between the drift and everything I hold this afternoon feels calm and gold. No final line, no drifting between it all. Unhurried pen, drifting slow. This is all I needed to know. The light is growing softer against the wall. Almost time to let the papers fall. I close the notebook, leave a page half done. Nothing wrong with stopping before it's done. The afternoon is drifting toward the dark, soft enough to leave a gentle mark. The desk grows quiet as the light pulls back. Nothing here I need to track. I let the hours drift the way they will, almost soft, almost still. Drifting soft into the coming dark, almost close to leaving my own mark. Nothing here that needs a sharper spark. The tea's gone cold beside the fading light. Almost done and that feels right. I stack the pages, close them soft and slow, drifting toward wherever they will go. The window holds the last bit of the day, soft enough to let it drift away. I'm almost finished, almost at the end, drifting soft around the day's last bend. Almost soft, the evening starting and drifting slow beneath my quiet skin. Nothing here I need to lose or win. The light keeps fading soft against the floor. Almost done, I don't need any more. I let the day drift toward its gentle close, soft as everything the evening knows. No final word, no dramatic sound, just soft light fading all around. The road stays low beneath the dark, drifting soft. I made my quiet mark. Soft light drifting, almost done. This was enough beneath the fading sun. Almost finished with the work I made. Between the light and the coming shade, I set the pages in a gentle stack. Nothing here I need to circle back. The guitar hums soft beneath my quiet hand. Almost finished, almost as I planned. Between the effort and the coming rest, I'm almost there, and that feels like the best. The afternoon is softening at the edge, almost done along the window ledge. Between the almost and the finally done, soft enough beneath the fading sun, nothing left that I need to outrun. The tea is cool, the page is nearly filled, almost quiet, almost softly stilled. I'm between the finish and the last small part, soft enough to settle in my heart. The guitar fades a little more each time, almost close to the closing line. Between the hours I have left to spend, soft enough to feel it near the end. Almost soft, the evening drawing near. Between the quiet and the ending clear, nothing left that I still need to fear. The work is almost finished and I'm calm, soft as evening settling in my palm. Between the day and everything it gave, almost finished, almost soft, almost brave. No final rush, no dramatic close, just almost finished, and the quiet knows. The guitar fades soft into the wall. Between it all, I finished, soft and small. Almost finished, soft and slow. This was enough, this much I know. I'm closing the notebook, soft and slow. Between the day and all I know, the flugelhorn hums low along the wall, soft enough to gather it all. I stack the pages, let the day come down, drifting soft without a single sound. Between the work and everything I felt, the evening starts to soften out. I'm letting go a little at a time, drifting soft into the closing line. Soft between the ending and the rest, drifting through what felt like the best.
desk grows quiet as the light pulls back. Nothing left that I still need to track. I'm closing soft between the dusk and day, drifting gently toward the evening gray. The flugelhorn fades soft into the room, between the fading light and coming bloom. I let the hours settle where they lie, soft as the closing of a quiet sigh. Between the closing and the letting go, drifting soft is all I need to know. Nothing here that asks me to be slow. The notebook closes soft beneath my hand, between the evening and the fading land. I drift into the quiet of the dark, soft enough to leave a gentle mark. No final word, no dramatic sound, just soft closing, drifting all around. The flugelhorn fades soft into the wall, between it all I closed it soft and small. Soft closing, drifting slow, between the day. This much I know.
There's a meaning between the lines I wrote, almost clear, almost what I hoped. The vibraphone rings soft along the page, between the effort and the evening stage. I'm almost finished reading what I made, drifting soft into the fading shade. Between the words there's something left unsaid, almost close to what was in my head. I let it drift the way it wants to land, soft enough to finally understand. Almost between the meaning and the rest, drifting soft toward what felt like the best. Nothing here that needs a final test. The page grows quiet as the evening comes, almost done with everything I've done. I'm reading soft between each hidden line, drifting close to something close to mine. The vibraphone fades soft into the air, almost close to something I can bear. Between the lines I find a gentle truth, drifting soft, a quiet kind of proof. Between the almost and the drifting rest, soft enough to feel like it's the best.
grow softer as the light goes down, almost close to everything around. I drift between the meaning and the end, soft enough to round the evening bend. No final answer, no dramatic close, just between the lines and what it knows. The vibraphone fades soft into the wall, almost there between it, drifting small. Between the lines, drifting slow, almost close. This much I know.
The draft is drifting toward its quiet end, almost soft around the evening bend. I let the pages settle where they lay, almost finished with the fading day. The road stays low beneath my quiet hand, soft enough to finally understand. The draft was never meant to be complete, almost soft, almost bittersweet. I'm drifting through the last of what remains, soft enough to ease away the strains. Almost soft, the ending drawing near, drifting through what felt so slow and clear. Nothing here that I still need to fear. Settle soft across the floor, almost done, I don't need any more. I let the draft just drift the way it will, soft as everything that's growing still. The pages rest in one unfinished pile, almost soft, and that feels like enough for a while. I'm drifting toward the closing of the day, soft enough to gently fade away. Between the almost and the drifting rest, soft enough to feel like it's the best. Nothing here that needs to be confessed. The draft stays soft, unfinished, and that's fine. Almost close to everything of mine. I drift into the evening, soft and slow. Almost done is all I need to know. No final word, no dramatic sound, just drifting soft, the quiet all around. The Rhodes fades low into the fading light, almost soft, and everything feels right. Drifting soft, almost done. This was enough beneath the fading sun. The last page waits beneath the fading gold. Almost enough of the story I've told. I turn it slow, I don't need to rush the end. Golden light along the evening bend. The guitar hums soft beneath the fading day. Almost enough to put the pen away. The room grows quiet as the evening comes. Golden light along the windowsills and drums. I'm almost finished with the hours I kept. Enough was here in every breath I've kept. Golden hour closing soft and slow. Almost enough is all I need to know. Nothing left that I still need to show. The last page holds a little empty space. Golden light is settling into place. I'm almost done, and that feels like the truth. Enough to close the chapter of the youth. The guitar fades a little more each line. Golden hour closing what was mine. I'm almost finished with the work I made. Enough to let it settle in the shade. Between the golden and the almost done. Enough was here beneath the fading sun. Nothing left that I still need to run. The last page closes soft beneath my hand. Golden hour, everything I've planned. Almost finished, and I let it rest. Enough to know I gave it all my best. No final word beyond what's already said. Just golden light and quiet in my head. The guitar fades soft into the wall. Enough was here, enough was all. Golden last page, closing slow. Enough was here, this much I know. I'm almost at the ending of the day, breathing golden as it fades away. The desk is quiet and the light is low. Almost everything I need to know. I breathe it slow, I let the evening in. Golden hour underneath my skin.
close the way a letter folds, almost gentle, everything it holds. I'm breathing through the quiet of the end, golden light around the evening's bend, breathing golden through the quiet air, almost close to everything laid bare, nothing left that I still need to bear. The room holds still as evening settles in, almost soft beneath my quiet skin. I breathe the golden hour one more time, almost close to closing out the line. The day is ending soft without a sound. Golden light is settling all around. I'm almost there and breathing feels complete, enough to make the quiet ending sweet. Golden breathing through the ending hour, almost close to letting go the power, nothing left that needs a final flower. The evening holds me soft within its glow, almost finished everything I know. I breathe it out and let the quiet stay, golden ending closing out the day. No final word beyond this gentle rest, just breathing golden, giving it my best. The roads fade slow into the fading light, almost ending, everything feels right. Quiet ending, breathing slow, golden close, this much I know.
A golden hush is settling on the room, breathing soft beneath the fading bloom. The frugal horn hums low into the dusk, enough to soften every gentle husk. I breathe it in, I let the evening stay, almost close to closing out the day. The hush is golden, quiet and complete, enough to make the ending feel discreet. I'm almost there, and breathing feels so slow. Golden hush is all I need to know. Breathing through the golden hush tonight, almost close to everything feels right. Nothing left that needs a brighter light. The room stays warm beneath the fading glow, enough to let the evening ease and flow. I'm almost finished, breathing calm and slow. Golden hushes settling soft and low. The flugelhorn fades gentle in the air, enough to hold what little time we share. I breathe it out and let the moment rest, almost close to giving it my best. Golden hush around the ending hour, breathing soft beneath the fading tower. Nothing left that needs a final flower. The evening settles soft into the dark, enough to leave a quiet, gentle mark. I'm almost there, and breathing feels so true. Golden hush is closing out the view. No final word beyond this quiet rest, just golden hush and giving it my best. The flugelhorn fades soft into the wall, breathing golden, closing over all. Golden hush, breathing slow. Enough was here, this much I know. Golden hush, breathing slow. Enough was here, this much I know. I breathe it out and close the day for good. Golden light beneath the quiet wood. The vibraphone rings soft into the room. Golden hour easing out the gloom. I breathe it slow, enough to feel it land. Golden closing everything I planned. The desk is clear, the papers put away, enough to close the ending of the day. I breathe the golden hour one more time, enough to settle into the closing line. Golden breathing through the ending glow, enough to let the evening ease and flow. Nothing left that I still need to know. The room stays warm beneath the fading light, golden enough to make the ending right. I breathe it in, I let the quiet stay, enough to close the hours of the day. The vibraphone fades gentle in the air, golden enough for everything we share. I breathe it out and feel the evening rest, enough to know I gave it all my best. Breathing golden through the closing hour, enough to hold the quiet and its power. Nothing left that needs a final flower. soft into the dark, golden enough to leave a gentle mark. I breathe it slow and close the day for good. Enough was here, enough was understood. No final word beyond this quiet rest, just breathing golden, giving it my best. The vibraphone fades soft into the wall. Enough was here, breathing over all. Breathing close, golden slow. Enough was here, this much I know. Enough for today, I'll let it rest. Golden light on everything, I've done my best. The desk is clear, the paper's folded soft, enough to let the hours drift aloft. I close the notebook, close the day out slow. Golden light is all I need to know. The room grows quiet as the evening stays, enough to close the ending of the days. I'm almost there and breathing feels complete. Golden hour, closing something sweet. Enough for now, enough to let it be. Golden hour, settling over me. Almost close to everything I see. The lamp goes dim, the window turns to gray, enough to close the hours of the day. I'm almost finished with the work I chose. Golden light along the evening's close. The hours fold like paper, soft and slow, enough to let the ending gently go. I'm almost there and breathing feels so true. Golden light around the evening's hue. Between me enough and everything I made. Golden hour, settling in the shade. Almost close to letting the day fade. Stay soft beneath the fading light, enough to know I did the day just right. I'm almost finished breathing calm and slow. Golden ending, everything I know. No final word beyond this quiet rest, just enough today and giving it my fades low beneath the fading sun. Golden ending, everything is done. Enough for today, golden slow. This was enough, this much I know. The lines are crossing where the papers meet. A little map of everything I keep. I draw a line between the things I've done and what is left before the day is won. Nothing rigid, nothing set in stone, just a rhythm that I've come to own. The flugelhorn hums low along the wall, marking time before the evening falls. I follow it without a need to rush, just steady breathing under all this hush. Almost through the middle of the day, golden light is finding its own way. Breathing slow, I let it lead the way. The desk is full of things I meant to finish. Half of them will fade, and that's not diminished. Some lines just don't need to reach the end. I'm learning how to let a line just bend. The hours move like water through my hands. Nothing held too tightly, nothing planned. I trace the edges of another page. Golden light is settling on the stage. Breathe it out, let the moment hold. Almost there but not quite told. This golden hour isn't meant to be controlled. Desk don't need to be redrawn. Some things are better simply left to dawn. I gather what I've made and set it down. Golden light is settling all around. No final line to close the afternoon, just a quiet drift beneath the hidden moon. The flugelhorn fades soft into the wall. This was enough. This was almost all. Golden lines breathing slow. Almost there. And that's enough to know. Found the pocket, found the pace. Everything is falling into place. The work has found its own steady line. Nothing scattered, everything aligned. I'm holding here in the middle of it all. Nothing pulling me, nothing to stall. The vibraphone rings clear above the beat. Every motion feels complete. I'm not rushing, I'm not falling back, just holding steady right on track. Between the effort and the ease I found something golden, something sound. I'm holding on to this without a sound. I'm in the middle of the day's own flow, holding steady, letting it show. The bass line carries everything I do. Nothing forced, nothing pushed through. I'm locked into a rhythm I can trust. Golden hour holding on to us. Between the focus and the quiet drive, I found a place that keeps me alive. Holding gold and letting it arrive. Keeps moving at its steady pace. I'm holding firm in this golden space. Nothing here that needs to be undone. Just holding steady till the work is done. No final push, no dramatic rise. Just holding steady beneath golden skies. The vibraphone fades soft into the wall. Holding on to this, holding it all. Holding golden right between. This was steady. This was